Tacoma Public Utilities brings us an update on the Henderson Bay project.
We'll visit the Browns Point Lighthouse.
And it's budget time. We'll tell you how to weigh in.
All that and more coming up next on Tacoma Report. Hello, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Angie Foster.
And I'm Laura Proctor. City Manager Elizabeth Pauley recently presented the 2019-2020 proposed biennial budget to the City Council. Creating the biennial budget is a year-long process. It's focused on the goals the community laid out in Tacoma 2025, which is set to guide the city over the next 10 years. The proposed budget is available online, and residents are encouraged to check it out. You can also share your thoughts on how the city should spend its resources by submitting feedback.
The City of Tacoma has prioritized homelessness and affordable housing and continues to review and consider solutions to addressing root causes and displacement of residents. The City Council recently extended a temporary ordinance through January 31st of 2019. This ordinance gives renters more notice that their rental agreement is ending when the landlord issues eviction notices due to a change of use, substantial renovation, or demolition of the dwelling. The extension will allow for more time to consider and implement permanent rental housing ordinance changes. Sound Transit will soon gear up for construction on the Hilltop Tacoma Link extension. This project will add 6 new stations and more than double the length of the current Tacoma Link line. Staying up to date on construction along the extension route is important for those living and traveling in the area. Community members can get the latest updates by signing up for construction alerts on the Sound Transit website. Visit the Hilltop Tacoma Link extension page and click the Get Project Updates link to sign up.
92 years is a long lifespan for vital infrastructure we depend on daily for service. That's why Tacoma Power decided it was time to make some improvements. John Phillips tells us about a milestone the utility has reached that upgrades an important and historic power transmission system that serves our area.
Tacoma Power's busy construction season winds down this fall with completion of a new power transmission line project across Henderson Bay near Purdy. A nearly century-old set of lattice towers were replaced with a sleek, modern pole and new wires.
It's amazing to see how they constructed these things back 92 years ago without some of the sophisticated equipment that we have today.
For Tacoma Power, this is the third and final replacement project for a complex marine crossing along the historic Potlatch Power transmission line. Once known for helping make Tacoma a modern city, now a vital part of keeping our power supply reliable and able to meet future growth needs.
So the Cushman generation resources provide some of our best flexibility in our network. So the reliability of this transmission system is really important to Tacoma Power's customers. It provides tremendous value to our customers.
Back in the 1920s, Tacoma was in desperate need of new sources of electricity. New industries were flourishing. On the home front, electric appliances and plug-in conveniences were all the rage. The answer was a new hydroelectric dam on the southern Olympic Peninsula. Tacoma finished the first of 2 dams along the North Fork of the Skokomish River in 1926, followed by a second dam 4 years later. Seattle considered a similar project but decided it wasn't possible because the power couldn't be transported across Puget Sound. But Tacoma Power engineers figured out a way, and the 42-mile-long Potlatch line was built across the Key Peninsula.
It's quite a legacy that was left for us by the original builders of this transmission system and the faith that the citizens of Tacoma put in those folks to build this system for them, hoping that it was going to return great value over the years, and it certainly has.
The Cushman-Potlatch line still provides a small but important portion of the power needed by Tacoma Power customers, and all of that needed by customers of Peninsula Light Company. Upgrade work on the Potlatch line has spanned a dozen years and cost millions of dollars. In 2006, new towers and lines were installed across the Tacoma Narrows. Then a new span was built across North Bay near Allen in 2014. Earlier this summer, Tacoma Power completed replacement of the Potlatch Line's final link along North 21st Street in Tacoma. With work now completed, reliability of the power system is ensured for many more decades to come. For Tacoma Report, I'm John Phillips.
Tacoma Power's project also involved paying special attention to the environment. The marine crossing work included adding some new nesting habitat for osprey, which often built their nests on towers along the Potlatch Line. There will be some big changes the next time you attend an event at the Tacoma Dome.
When we come back, we'll talk with Tom Alexander from the Dome about the recent renovation. Don't miss it.
The Tacoma Dome reopened this month after completing some major renovations to modernize the 35-year-old arena. Here to tell us more is Tom Alexander from the Dome.
Good morning.
Hi, Tom. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So, Tom, tell us what renovations have been made this summer.
Well, we replaced all of the seats. We replaced many of the concession stands. Tons of, more than doubled our bathroom capacity on the arena floor level. Added new loading docks, which is crucial for any large production coming to the Dome. So if you have a 20-truck tour, it makes loading and unloading a very seamless process.
And why is this an important investment?
Well, for the entire city of Tacoma, anytime we have an event where we're at capacity, all the local hotels, restaurants, bars are at capacity as well. So it's one of those things that is important for the city, but also we wanted to stay or keep our edge with the rest of the industry. With Key Arena being down for possibly 2 years, we want to continue being a contender and give those artists and other clients a reason to want to come back to the Dome even after Seattle reopens.
Very cool. So what will the fans see when they visit now?
Well, the major thing will be the seats. You'll notice that there are no more aluminum benches up on the upper level, and on the 100 level, as we call it, they're going to have 6 more inches of legroom, which has always been, I know, a thorn in our side. But the new concession stands with new offerings. We're going to have some vegetarian offerings, some salads, the usual stadium fare. But it's I think the seats are going to be the most striking thing when people come in.
Right. And so how do you feel that the renovations will change visitors' experience?
Well, that's a very important thing for us because there's still are a lot of people in the region that haven't been to the Tacoma Dome, and we want people to, if they're seeing it for the first time, have a reason to keep coming back. And if you're sitting in a comfortable seat and have a good experience at the concession stand, or we actually do have more parking than anywhere else in the region. So if the fans have a pleasant experience, we're hoping that they tell their friends and keep coming back.
Exactly. Well, Tom, we really appreciate you being here today. I had the opportunity to take a hard hat tour, and I can say that the Dome is going to be phenomenal. So thank you to yourself and everyone that's involved in this project for everything that you're doing. We appreciate that.
Thanks for spreading the word, and we're very excited.
Absolutely. More information is available at the Tacoma Dome's website. After a short break, we'll find out where we can view Maurice Sendak's artwork here in Tacoma.
The original iconic artwork of beloved author and illustrator Maurice Sendak, famous for Where the Wild Things Are, In the Night Kitchen, and Outside Over There, will be on display through December 1st at the downtown Tacoma Public Library in the Hanforth Gallery. It's an opportunity to view some very rare, one-of-a-kind samples of his work dating all the way back to his youth, and it's absolutely free.
Administrative offices at the City of Tacoma will close Monday, November 12th in observance of Veterans Day. The Tacoma Recovery and Transfer Center will open as normally scheduled, and garbage, recycling, and yard food waste pickups will not be affected. If you're looking for a way to honor the holiday, consider a stroll through War Memorial Park. Wrapped around the corner of Jackson Street and 6th Avenue is a park overlooking the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. War Memorial Park is one of those hidden gems, complete with parking and easy access to a corner of land honoring America's military heroes. The park is about 4 acres in size, featuring monuments dedicated to local veterans serving in times of war and peace. You'll find placards through the pathways honoring POWs, chaplain services, major conflicts from World War I to present, Pierce County Area Congressional Medal of Honor recipients, and even a large bell salvaged from the USS Tacoma.
If you're willing to travel a short distance, Metro Parks Tacoma has a park that you're going to want to visit. It has a lot of history and an incredible view. Lane Fickey has more in our next story.
Good things come in small packages. That about sums up the Browns Point Lighthouse Park in northeast Tacoma. The park is only 5 acres, but the amount of enjoyment it gives to those who visit here is immense. It has a remarkable beachfront along Commencement Bay with amazing views of Tacoma and a front row seat to watch the ferries cross from Point Defiance to Vashon Island. But the attraction really is the lighthouse. The first one was built in the early 1900s. The current structure on site today was erected in 1933. The Browns Point Lighthouse Park is truly a group effort. The property is owned by the U.S. Coast Guard, it's managed by Metro Parks Tacoma, and the Point's Northeast Historical Society takes care of the historic buildings as well as provides historical and educational information on the area. For the local residents, it's a nice little neighborhood park. You'll find people walking their dogs and doing some beach combing.
And we also have the Point's Northeast Historical Society where they will rent out the cottage, the keeper's cottage, for the weekend. So we actually get it's a nice mix of local, but then we get a lot of out-of-towners that come from either the East Coast that are into lighthouses and they'll stay there for a week. And so you get a lot of different use of people that are kind of, an educational kind of learning experience.
Metro Parks Tacoma recently finished up some renovations on the park with a combination of money from both the 2005 and 2014 bond measures, mainly Americans with Disability Act improvements. The parking lot was recently paved and striped, and there's a slightly sloped paved pathway down to the beach, making it possible for people in wheelchairs and walkers to have a safe journey to the shoreline and park area. A new ornamental fence was placed around the lighthouse. New landscaping was added, and shortly new benches will be located along the promenade section near the water. All of these changes are helping to enforce the exceptional qualities that this northeast Tacoma historical area has to offer those who venture here.
What's unique about it is you have all these kind of big entities with the Coast Guard, but all these small neighborhood groups, and it's just a big sharing of the park. It's really unique. Usually you have a park, Metro Parks has it, the community uses it. There's overlapping uses, there's weddings next door, there's just a lot of stuff that goes on there which makes it unique. It was a challenging project. You don't want to impact a park, but you want to bring improvements. And I think when working with the neighborhood, we did a really good job of kind of finding that balance.
Tacoma Report picked the perfect fall day to come to the Browns Point Lighthouse Park, but it's not always going to be like this. We're going to get a lot of rain, but don't let that stop you from coming here. Because remember the old saying, there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. For Tacoma Report, I'm Lane Fickey.
You can find out more information about the Browns Point Lighthouse Park and all of the other parks serviced by Metro Parks Tacoma by going to their website. Up next, we'll find out when applications are due for the 2019 Community Cleanup Program.
And we've got a reminder just in time for flu season. Stay with us. Residents interested in submitting an application for their neighborhood to participate in the 2019 Community Cleanup Program have until November 15th to get their application in. The program is available for solid waste residential customers who live in single-family homes or duplexes.
Any neighborhood group, any neighbors that really want to participate in our next year's community cleanup application, and you're willing to rally up some volunteers, provide some food the day of, and then coordinate with me, you should definitely take the time to apply. It only takes about 5-10 minutes if you have all your information gathered.
The program provides an opportunity to save a trip to the Tacoma Recovery and Transfer Center by bringing dumpsters to a designated neighborhood site on a scheduled day. For more information or to submit an application, go to the program webpage or call 311.
There's still time to sign up and participate in the City of Tacoma's Electric Vehicle Discount Program before it ends on November 30th. The program offers interested buyers a pre-negotiated price on full battery electric vehicles, plug-in hybrid vehicles, and electric bicycles. Available discounts are provided directly through each participating dealership. To sign up for the program or to see the discount details, visit the city site. And finally, the Tacoma Pierce County Health Department recommends that if you're 6 months or older, you should get an annual flu vaccine. The more people in Pierce County who get vaccinated, the less flu can spread in our communities. Flu vaccines are available at your doctor's office and most pharmacies. Find more information at the Tacoma Pierce County Health Department's website.
You're done, Libby.
That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report.
A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Angie Foster.
And I'm Laura Proctor. Thanks for watching.